I boot up Persona 5, and immediately upon starting a new game, it informs you that the game is a work of fiction, that any resemblance to real life is purely coincidental. That's fine, I guess. It's nothing I haven't seen before. But then, it asks you to actually agree to the above garbage. It says, "Only those who have agreed to the above have the privilege of partaking in this game." Of course, I hit I do not agree. The game then completely mischaracterizes your answer by saying, "Everything that happens from here on is real." No, that is not what I said. I said I don't agree to everything. The game is purely a work of fiction. I find that incredibly hard to believe. The narrator continues. "Then unfortunately, I cannot allow you to partake in this game." And kicks me back to the title screen. What? That is absolute nonsense. Why didn't the box have this disclaimer and requirement on it when I purchased it? Why wasn't there some sort of warning I had to agree to this unheard of requirement before I could play the game? Atlas was happy to take my money without first disclosing this mandatory agreement. Nowhere did I see on the box or in any product descriptions. Between this ridiculousness and banning of streaming, totally absurd. I can't think of any other games that had this requirement. If they just put up that disclaimer, fine. But to actually have the player select to agree before playing, that's over the top.
Oh my god. Where the fuck did you find that? What the fuck? Yo, I'm the resetera like lore master here. I've never even seen that one. That one's amazing.
So that was a lovely post by user bboyaj on NeoGaf. Shoutouts to him. He heard last week's show and had to weigh on the sins of Atlas and Persona 5.
All right.
Our first piece of fan mail.
Developers, please make an F-Zero clone. I'm not going to play it, but please just make one.
Wow, you know what we sound like? Some entitled gamers.
I'll say.
And that is exactly what user MMA Guy of GameFAQs thinks of us, which is why he's written in this week to give us a piece of his mind. A gamer's too entitled nowadays? They should be called out because you don't like their art? Called out because you don't like a piece of entertainment that they produced that they can completely avoid participating in? That's the definition of entitlement. You don't deserve anything from them. You're not owed anything from them. Not one single thing. Not one single thing. They're selling a piece of art, a piece of entertainment. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't like it after you bought it, that sucks, but it's not their fault. If you go buy a movie ticket, see a movie, think the movie is, well then that's it. You didn't like the movie, tough, you move on. You don't like the director's vision? You didn't enjoy his story? You didn't enjoy his art? Okay, cool, that's it. Are you gonna go hop online now, complain and whine to the director because you didn't enjoy his art? Of course not. You're gonna do what the vast majority of people do. You say it's, bad word, and move on with your life. But for some reason, gamers have this weird entitlement complex where they don't enjoy someone's art, piece of entertainment, they feel like they're owed something. No, sorry, you're not owed a damn thing. Not one damn thing. You gamers who complain and whine and cry, not saying you specifically, unless you're part of this group, entitled little brat. Oh, I'm getting so mad I can't even speak English no more. They don't owe you free content. They don't owe you a patch if the game works. They don't owe you continuous balancing. They don't owe you DLC. They don't owe you FPS. They don't owe you 60 FPS. They don't owe you anything. They produce a work of art. You either buy it, you don't, like it or dislike it, and that's the end of it. MMA Guy out.
Oh my god. That was some charged fan mail. I wonder what got MMA Guy so worked up.
I enjoy a game with an amazing story and a really good boss fight, but I never understood the hype for this game. I've tried playing Eco, and I couldn't tell if the controls were killing me or the camera angles combined with the graphics were making me think I could climb this ledge when I should have climbed a ledge far next to it that looked impossible to grab. Never gonna give Last Guardian a chance after playing this. The controls for this could have been much more smoother and much more easier to handle. I'm at Colossus 16, and I'm just at the point where the story means nothing to me. Everyone could die, and the world could turn over, and I wouldn't care at this point. I highly doubt this game's ending could be more sad than Kane's story from Nier. Half this game, I spend fighting against the camera controls because it feels this angle would be better. And the angle just feels like someone's jerking off the camera. When I climb a ledge, it turns automatically because it feels like I can do a back jump off an edge. This move is never okay in any game. Before you call me out for being a COD player, I have a credit score of 820. I enjoyed Uncharted 2. I also enjoyed tank controls like I had back in the 90s with RE2.
Well, now, I've always had a question. Why are video games always portrayed from a demonic or satanic narrative? Well, let me just start with whatever your persuasion or perversion is. Cool with me. There's no problem there. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a head scratcher as to why there's literally zero pro-God or angel AAA franchises or narratives in the gaming industry. Is there an assumption in the industry that consumers will only buy demon or satanic-themed games and not a heaven-centric plot? Well, I'm not positioning cookie-cutter content here. I'm talking M-rated all the way, but from a God-down perspective as opposed to a demon and Satan-up perspective. The vast majority of relative to the topic games put you in the shoes of a demon, a half-demon, once a demon, in order to save the world. God and angels are typically nowhere to be found or are total douchebags when they do come out to play. Well, does this say something about the sentiment about the industry as a whole? Or what about the inverse, angels being predominantly good while having to go down a savage path in order to accomplish their mission? Here's a crude example of what I mean. God hasn't had enough. The Deus Ex dude gets sent down to Earth as an overpowered angel fighting Satan's minions, which leads up to an ultimate battle with Satan and the other fallen angels. You know, cameos from other big-name angels, flashbacks to critical points in human history, one-hand exorcisms, heaven being a home base, and just truly godlike gameplay. Something with rock-steady meatiness in the gameplay and rock-star production value. Like I said, this is just a crude example, but I think you get the gist of what I mean. What are your thoughts, Era? Do you prefer your gaming mostly demonic with a sprinkle of angel? Could you rock with the AAA heaven-centric IP?
Wow. That might be my favorite voice. Yeah, that one's pretty good. He's so polite, dude. I could hear him holding his cowboy hat against his chest as he read that. It was amazing.
Well, that was the voice of Geneverd from some Reset Era. Trying to keep us holy, guys.
In my 25-ish years of gaming, I've never played a Pokemon game. My younger brother had one on Game Boy, and I was interested in other stuff at the time, and so I never caught the wave. Now and then, I'll watch some Pokemon on YouTube or something, and my impression is this. Everything about the game except the Pokemon designs looks pretty sterile. The dialogue is dry, simple, and lacking character. The visual aesthetic looks cheap. Gameplay looks banal. Walking around the lifeless towns looks banal. It looks like a My First RPG type thing, but maybe I'm wrong. When I see people discuss the games, it's like some foreign language that I can't quite decode. Now, mind you, I am in no way a mature gamer. I enjoy simple, casual, colorful games all the time, along with my XCOMs and immersive sims or whatever. So I don't think it's that Pokemon is something I can't enjoy. I enjoy old games, new games, whatever. So, anyway, for people who dig the series, what specifically is it about Pokemon that you enjoy? What makes the games unique, fun, addicting, whatever? How would you sell a non-believer to try the series? Thanks, bye.
Get some confidence, bud.
Tell me why I should like the video game.
Listen, buddy, sometimes you just gotta put yourself out there and game, Go catch some Pokemon.
It was very brave of him to bring up that he couldn't get into the children's RPG series in a public forum like that.
Yeah, of all the video games...
My hat is off to Wild Bryce. Thank you for writing that into us.
Of all the video games that I can think of not being...
Kirby, one of Nintendo's most prominent characters. But why? I'm in no way suggesting Kirby shouldn't be, or knocking the character or his games in any way. I'm a fan of the series myself. With Kirby's Star Allies releasing on Switch in March, it occurred to me that the little pink blob has been a consistent figure in Nintendo's release schedules in recent years. I decided to look up the Kirby series, and was shocked to discover the characters averaging roughly one new game per year this decade. 2010, Epic Yarn. 2011, Mass Attack, Return to Dreamland. 2014, Triple Deluxe. 2015, Rainbow Curse. 2016, Planet Robobot. 2017, Battle Royale. And 2018, Star Allies. This doesn't even include the collection released on Wii, or the minigame spin-offs available in the eShop. My question is, why Kirby? The games don't seem to be huge sellers. I wouldn't say Kirby has any considerable mainstream appeal. Heck, I remember following the lengthy saga that was the GameCube Kirby title that never was, and wondering if the series would ever return. It's not like the games are formulaic cut-and-paste jobs either. There's a range of mechanics and art styles developed by different studios for a range of consoles. Still, I'm sure it's easier to create a quirky little Kirby game compared to the scope of Mario or Legend of Zelda.
Oh my God.
It still doesn't explain why Kirby. It could just as well be Donkey Kong getting regular outings. Yet we've only had Returns and Tropical Freeze in nearly a decade. No original handheld titles, no spin-offs. Wario, Star Fox, Kid Icarus, Punch-Out. So many series, many of which have sold well in recent times, yet haven't had nearly as many entries in their respective series. Like I stated at the start, I have no problem with the Kirby games. I enjoy them and I adore Kirby. I just thought it was interesting why there's such a considerable gulf between the number of Kirby games and titles in other Nintendo series.
We're going to head over to the mail corner. We've got an angry caller this time. User Bermuda from GameFAQs has got a bone to pick with us. Here at Gears for Breakfast Studio, we're taking calls.
All right, let's hear what he has to say.
Really? Because I played Hat in Time and hated it. It feels like they weren't trying to make a game people could enjoy. They just wanted to offend and insult furries. Games like Super Lucky's Tale tried so hard to provide for an underrated fandom and failed to do so. And Shat in Time was created as a stake through the heart. Every single good guy's human. A lot of the villains are furries, and Hat Girl's so f***ing generic and unlikable that she herself makes the game less fun. And yet, the villains are colorful and creative. Like the game doesn't want you to beat the game. I don't get why the devs think it's a good idea to make likable villains and put no thought into the generic hero. And Shit Girl is a shining example of this. I mean, what? She has an umbrella and a top hat? Like she's the bastard daughter of Peach and Parasol from Skullgirls or something? They couldn't even fucking name her? She's just Hat Girl. If you're telling me that's charming and creative, then I'm telling you I think your definition is backwards. I have absolutely no respect for Gears for Breakfast. This year was a promise that we would finally get games that aren't just typical humans are the absolute good type games. That we'd finally get good anthro games. And it's been nothing but disappointments. And then this game comes as a massive FU, doing exactly what's been ruining media by making an anti-furry piece of shit that portrays the oh-so-special human race in a narcissistic light that has destroyed us as a species. If any devs from Gears for Breakfast are reading this, I hope they realize the pain I have to endure for begging for quality anthro games and how offended I am at Shat in Time.
Oh man, dude. Usually, I mean, I was laughing a little bit. Usually I laugh